the conservative Christian activists during this transition time need to not act like Republicans in the Senate. Republicans in the Senate love to strike a deal with the Democrats, and their idea of striking a deal is to meet with them, give them everything they want, and get nothing in return. Welcome to Clown World. We are in the transition phase of Clown World, and hopefully we're transitioning to less of a clown world and not into a clownier world or simply a different ring of the same clown world. The indications are positive. So we're in transition. The cabinet selections that Trump has filled out are filled out, and so let's make some observations about that. I've said on a number of times before that Trump should not be understood as a conservative politician or a liberal politician or a middle-of-the-road politician. He is not a politician. What he is a transactional businessman. And he has got certain convictions that have to do with politics, but he doesn't function the way a politician functions. And one of the things that's startling about this is how some of the negotiations in the transition are happening out in the open. As a transactional businessman, he's someone you can negotiate with. His nominee for the Surgeon General is a woman who is, during COVID, something of a masking queen, and apparently had the God complex and was in favor of some things she shouldn't have been in favor of she did not distinguish herself in the time of COVID, for example. When this woman gets nominated or her name is put forward, we are now in a position where the conservatives who have supported Trump are in a place where they can squawk. They can say, this is not consistent with what we're trying to do elsewhere. Now, they might win or lose on that, but the issue is not whether they win or lose. The issue is that it's possible to do that out in public. So someone is going to be appointed, and conservative Christians can say something like, we will get on board with this if we get the following three things in return. All right, in other words, negotiation becomes possible. In order to function in this realm the way we need to function, the conservative Christian activists during this transition time need to not act like Republicans in the Senate. Republicans in the Senate love to strike a deal with the Democrats, and their idea of striking a deal is to meet with them, give them everything they want, and get nothing in return. So, but transactional politics, which is what Trump is doing, transactional politics is where you say, we want these things, and we will surrender these points if you give us these. Actually, that results in actual movement. That can position you for another set of negotiations down the road. Log rolling, as it's called, this kind of wheeling and dealing, has always been a part of politics. The thing that's a little bit different about this moment is the log rolling is happening in public. The log rolling is happening out in the open. And I think we should not be shy about registering our concerns, registering our demands. We will support under these conditions. We will not support under those. And we will oppose the nomination of this woman as Surgeon General because we don't need any more of that. Thank you. You want to do it in a transactional way. It's not as though you're in the octagon. This is more like a business meeting where you're maneuvering for whatever you can get in this time of transition.